What's up, y'all? It's your boy Dapper Dale with the building, and I'm your host, your leader, and your grandmaster teacher of the Black Evolution Podcast. And today on the Unseen Hand, I'm going to talk about a very special topic: Trump versus Harris, and the truth about voting and politics. So without further ado, let's get into it. It's your boy Dapper Dale. We changing lives, we changing the culture, we are evolving on the Black Evolution. Let's get into it. So, as I said before, I'm your host, your leader, and your grandmaster teacher, Mr. Dapper Dale. And I'm here to tell y'all a very specific topic here about this election in 2024. We're going to talk about Trump, we're going to talk about Kamala Harris, and we're going to talk about the truth about voting and politics. So, from the very beginning, I want to say this about voting. Voting is very important. It's how you get change in this country, and it's how you demand change. You vote for these politicians, and if they don't do what you if they don't do what you want, then guess what? You get to vote them out. Sorry about that. I got a little tongue-tied there for a second earlier. But the point still remains. When it comes to voting, it is extremely important. It affects your everyday lives, whether local or federal. Either way, it affects your everyday lives. Now, let's get into his main topic about Trump and Project 2025. Trump often said that he has nothing to do with Project 2025. He has nothing to do with it. Of course, I don't trust any politician, and of course, I believe that all politicians are liars and they have their own agenda. So, with that being said, let me read to y'all from the Heritage Foundation what they have to say about Project 2025, specifically with criminal justice reform. Let's get into this. So, according to the Heritage Foundation, from their website, in regards to criminal justice reform, Project 2025, they call to restore law and order by taking legal action against local prosecutors deemed too soft on crime, increasing sentences, minimizing sentencing, reduction overall, and increasing the use of the death penalty. This imposes aggressive RICO statutes and interstate drug prosecution, including for simple possession, and it changes the focus of the Bureau of Justice Statistics to focus on serious crimes committed in prison, time served, etc. And all it boils down to, they want to go after people who are too soft on crime. They want to be hard on crime. They want to restore law and order, which, what it means for black people, my people, it means that basically they want to give the police unchecked power and unchecked immunity. That's it, and pretty much in a nutshell. So, when it comes to voting and Project 2025 and Trump, he's not really the ideal candidate. Oftentimes, remember how in his presidency he said he's the law and order candidate. When the George Floyd thing happened, he stood in front of a church and just read the Bible, or not even reading it. He just had a photo of the Bible front and back and everything, and just did a photo op there. And meanwhile, he said to the protesters, "As the looting starts, the shooting starts." So I'm like, is he really the ideal candidate? Now, let's go in contrast here with Kamala Harris. So with Kamala Harris, she recently stated that she's going to have a plan specifically for black men. And I'm reading directly from the Kamala Harris website, one of the things, the 5 main points that she wants to do in regards to black men. She's, quote, this from her website, the first thing she wants to do is provide 1 million loans that are fully forgivable to black entrepreneurs and others to start a business, championing education, training, mentorship programs that help black men to get good paying jobs in high demand industries and lead their communities, including pathways to become teachers, supporting a regulatory framework for cryptocurrency and other digital assets to black men, and they can invest in and own these assets are protected. Launching a national health equity initiative focusing on black men that address sickle cell disease, diabetes, mental health, prostate cancer, and other health challenges that disproportionately impact them. Legalizing recreational marijuana and creating opportunities for black Americans to succeed in this new industry. Okay, now is it the ideal plan? No, not really. I mean, there's some things that are good, like the black businesses and black entrepreneurship. Me personally, I would like her to have a plan of how she's going to stop police brutality and stop the police killings from killing unarmed black people, specifically black men in particular. But I digress. It's a start. So my point is, when it comes to both candidates, hey, you have to vote for your best interests, whether it's for Trump or Harris. And also, I wanted to say this about voting. Regardless of which politician you vote for, you have to vote for your best interests, and don't assume that either politician is going to magically solve your problems. Because the truth of the matter is, you as an individual and as a collective have to organize and mobilize and demand the changes that you want to see in this world. Don't just sit idly by and assume that these politicians have your best interests at heart, because the truth of the matter is, these politicians do not care about you at all. Whether the ones you like, whether the ones you don't like. Either way, both of them are not for you or not for your best interests. In other words, you have to demand change. You have to demand and make them do whatever the heck you want them to do, whether it's for ending police brutality, reparations, etc., etc. So that's my thoughts on this whole election of 2024. Continue to vote. Continue to, make change in this world. Do not assume at all that these politicians have your best interests at heart. Don't assume anything. That is what happened with President Obama and the previous generation. A lot of them assumed that he would have the best interests of the people. Again, they made assumptions. Did he have some good things done? Did he get some good things done? Yes. But did he magically fix everything? No. You had police brutality, and the police killings happened under him and under his watch. That being said, even though it is a local issue, but the point of the matter is, do not assume that these politicians are going to magically solve your problems, because they are not. You have to demand change and demand the change that you want to see and organize and mobilize. Vote, but vote for your best interests. I say that because the previous generations in our community, specifically the black community, would say, y'all need to vote, y'all need to vote, get out there and vote. And that's good. But here on the Black Evolution, we're trying to evolve people's way of thinking. Don't just vote just to vote. Vote for your interests. Also, when it comes to politics and making demands, you have to write out your demands and then go forth and demand change. If the politician is not doing what you want them to do, then guess what? Next time election cycle, you can vote them out. Write down your demands, write down what you want to have the politician accomplish, and if they don't do it, you can simply vote them out. That's it. That's all there is to it. So in conclusion, when it comes to this episode of the Black Evolution, you have to, whether you're for Trump or whether you're for Harris, you have to demand change. You have to write out what your demands are and speak truth to power and demand the change that you want to see. Don't magically assume that they're going to solve all your problems. Don't do that. Don't assume that at all. Vote, but vote for your own interests. I'm going to say it again. Vote, but vote for your own interests. And this concludes the Black Evolution Unseen Hand series. I talked about a lot of topics, from police brutality to politics. And it's been a thrill. I'm signing off. Tune in to next series where I talk about dating, the dating game, and the dating market. This is Black Evolution. I'm changing lives. I'm changing culture. Tune in for more epic and fantastic episodes. We're changing lives. We're changing the culture, and we are evolving.